Joined by State Senator Greg Tarver, who we appreciate. He just getting off the treadmill, so I hope he got a minute to breathe and recover. You all good, Senator?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good. Groups Men for Change and Women Against Social Injustice have come together to put up a billboard campaign in predominantly minority communities saying, "Stop the killing, a movement for change." You're helping to work with them. Why is this important? Why is it needed now?
Well, number one, it's needed because there's so many black-on-black crimes in the black community, not only in Louisiana, but throughout the United States, Chicago, New York, Shreveport, Baton Rouge, and other places. And for example, 2 people got killed in less than 12 hours apart. That needs to stop. Not only black lives matter, all lives matter.
2 people got shot in the same incident in the MLK neighborhood yesterday or day before. And then there have been 2 other murders within the last week. It looks like all of these are going to be black on black crime. And I don't understand, what is it going to take for the message to get through?
I really don't know. I don't have all the answers. I know the question, but I think each one of us need to think about it and pray about it and ask for guidance in dealing with this situation. I know it's a terrible situation in the community. I wish it stopped. We need to bring more jobs to the black community. We need to increase pay in the black community. We need to find more things, more training in the black community. We just need to do a lot of things, and it's no one answer to that problem.
Mr. Gregg, going back I think it was a couple of months now, maybe a little less, when you have situations where young men are shooting other young men over a $10 debt, what bluntly put, what good is a billboard going to do?
Well, number one, it will make a lot of people more aware of this. See, what you and I read the paper all the time, when you and I listen to the news all the time, everybody do not do that. And we trying to make everybody aware of what's happening in the community by holding meetings in the community, by putting up billboards in the community, and keep it on the minds of people in the community.
Pardon me, sir. Should I infer from what you just said that there's a lot of people in the black community that aren't aware of this black-on-black crime problem?
Yes, it's a lot of them that are not aware of this black-on-black crime problem. They don't get the Shreveport Times. They don't look at the news. A lot of them out there working. They don't have all this information. We want to make sure that everybody be involved. When you see meetings together, you see 30 and 40 and 50 people. It needs to be 400 and 500 people there. But a lot of them do not get the information. So what we're trying to do is make more people aware of what's happening.
When you and I were little and we got in a disagreement with somebody, we might have come to fisticuffs. Now it seems that so many people have guns. They can turn to guns, pull them out of their pockets or out of their cars. Are there too many guns out there, Senator?
Well, let me say this to you. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. What we need to do, yes, we need to have stiffer gun laws that where a person would not be able to just walk up there and buy a gun. We need to look in the background of individuals. I agree with that. But we also have to educate the people. We have to find jobs in the black community in low and moderate income areas. These are the things we need to do to stop this killing.
You seem to be putting a lot of emphasis on, because you mentioned prayer at the beginning of our conversation, you seem to be putting a lot of emphasis on the religious aspect of turning communities around. Do I read that correctly?
Yes, let me say this to you. When I was a little boy, like the lady said, we used to fight all the time, but we didn't pull guns. But we also had Bible class every Friday in my home. We also had Bible class on Sundays. We also went to church during the week, like Wednesday. Today, the ones who basically are doing these type of crimes are not in our churches. We need to find ways and means of bringing them into the religious society.
Senator, we've had more than 20 murders this year already. We're not even to August. Last year, the number was in the 20s. We're going to have a year of possibly record-breaking numbers of murders. Is our city unique?
No. It's just like any other city. And this is why I say it's not only happening in Shreveport, Louisiana. It's happening all over America. Look at what happened in Chicago during the weekend, the 4th of July weekend, with 64 or 65 shootings up there. People got shot. So it's happening in Los Angeles. It's happening in New York. We need to do something about the family in these communities, because if we don't do anything about the families, we'll never be able to resolve these problems.
Who do you blame for the lack of jobs and the loss of the family structure?
Well, who do I blame for the loss of jobs? The leadership in the cities need to bring more jobs in the cities. I'm not blaming them, but we need to go out and seek more industry coming into the community. We got too many kids out here having children at this particular time. We need to do something about that. How are we going to do something about it? Like I said, I know we have the problem, but I don't have all the answers. And I don't think anybody really have all the answers, because if we had all the answers, the problem would be resolved.
Mr. Gregg, got a presidential election this fall, and one party is for completely open borders, and one party is for controlling the influx of illegal immigrants. The black community specifically, employment-wise, is hurt by illegal immigration. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, let me say this to you. All of us in America are immigrants. You know, my foreparents were forced over here from Africa. So my families are immigrants also, but they were forced to come here. But at the same time, are we going to take all of the immigrants out of America? If we do, America would be probably empty at this particular time. Now, I think we have a rule of law, and I think everybody must go by the rules of law, and they must come over here, and they must follow the rules of law.
Senator Greg Tarver, I can't thank you enough for your time and for letting us interrupt your morning today.
Thank you for calling.
You bet.